Good evening and welcome to Coon Rapids High School. Jeremy Smith here with Howie Shapiro for some girls volleyball. Blaine Bengals visiting the Coon Rapids Cardinals tonight.
Should be a lot of fun. It's getting closer to the end of the season for both these squads as you take a look at head coach John Enns. And it's senior night as well. We've been through a couple senior nights already, and I've had a senior moment.
We see the head coach on the other side there.
That's Natalie Thomas. We appreciate her help today getting us lineups. And this is a 4-3 Bengal squad against a 2-5 Cardinal squad. But this promises to be pretty good match.
Pretty evenly matched teams.
Yep.
We've seen Coon Rapids throughout the season put together some good runs. They have a few players who know what to do. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Cardinals are coming off a loss to Centennial, I believe it was.
As the Bengals began serve, Coon Rapids gets that over the net. Deep shot by the Bengals player, that was Haley Studer. Goes off a Cardinal player out of bounds for the first point of the match.
Yeah, Cardinals coming off a 3-1 loss when they were at Centennial, and the Bengals a 3-0 win over Osseo at home last game.
So 1-0 here as that service is put up.
You know, we the last game we talk about runs, obviously, and how important it is for a team to try and get off to a run. And, you know, Bengals just an early lead here at 2-0, but Cardinals want to make sure they do a good job of stopping things here early on.
Thormed's Guyard to serve again here with that 2-0 lead. Wilbur went to play that one. Probably shouldn't have. Thought better of it.
Yeah.
Too late, though. It had already made contact.
But you got to make that judgment call and figure, well, I don't want it to hit the back line, so I'm gonna try to get it.
Those split-second decisions on the back line sometimes are the toughest ones. A nice shot there from Coon Rapids, but Blaine able to put that one back up. That is set up into the air, put up to the net. Hit over as the Bengals recover, looking to set up. Good rotation by both teams here to keep it in play. That one's hit deep and popped into the air. Bengals need to put it over on this shot, and they do.
Yeah, that one looked like it was going out as well.
Great volley going here.
Oh, what a get.
I think this is the longest volley I've seen all season, huh?
Yep.
Cardinals looking to set up. That one's right up at the net, just tipped over to the Bengals side. Back set there and just sent back over. Wilbur puts it up on the Coon Rapids side. This one's set up at the net, tipped over. Some great volleyball here.
Yeah.
Finally ends with the Bengals point.
Yeah, it was a perfect setup for it too, as well. I mean, look at the dig and the get here as she goes low and just gets enough of it before it hits the floor. That was outstanding. And then just the point.
Great placement on the point there. Speaking of points, the Bengals grab another one to take a 5-0 lead here. Cardinals looking to settle down a little bit.
Yeah, not the way I think Coach Enns wanted to see this first set start down 5-0, but
that serve is out. Just misses the back line.
Yeah.
I was expecting that one to get called in, to be honest with you. But Cardinals get the point and the serve. Anderson back to do so now. Puts that one into play.
And Anderson's a solid server.
A nice shot there from the Bengals, but Coon Rapids able to play it. That one's sent cross court off a Bengals player. And point there. Bresnahan with that cross court hit there.
And we talk about that front line for Coon Rapids with Bresnahan and Masteller and Post. I mean, they have size.
Bengals look to play it here. A little mishit by Ella Kappas. Doesn't quite get it over the net.
Cardinals going on a little bit of run of their own here now, down 5-3.
Definitely what you're looking to do. Close that gap, get back ahead. So 3-5 service from Anderson here. Bengals set up at the net. This one is hit. Nice setup and good score there by Jillian Hansen. Just nice elevation, puts it straight to the floor.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Blaine do that a couple of times, just that solid strike to the corner.
service now from Haley Studer. Wilbur puts that one up to play. Let's head back. Masteller puts it over to the Bengals side. Nice tip at the net there, and player under the net.
That'll give the Bengals a 7-3 lead here in set number 1.
Official signaling number 10, but I don't think there's number 10 on the court right now. He probably means 11.
It's one more than 10.
It is. Nice set from Tao there on the Bengals side as this one's sent over, but Anderson's in good position for that. That's set up way over and tipped in. Nice play.
Yeah, beautiful play. We talk about all the time that you don't need power to get points, and if you place it to a spot on the floor where the defense is not.
We'll see in the replay, Masteller's kind of moving at a weird angle there and gets her hand over to just place that ball just inside the sideline there to score that point.
Smartly, Blaine lets that one go long.
Willatka put a little bit too much behind that one.
A little bit too much mustard, a little pepper on it.
A little bit extra sauce there. Jillian Hansen to serve now. This one's set up. Speaking of a little too much.
Yeah, I like the thought. I like the thought to that. Just a little bit too far. Again, a little too much condiment.
A little too much lift on it. That one needed a little more downward angle. Anderson puts this one right up in the net, and there is a Bengals player there. I believe that was Clara Brown.
Yeah, a tough situation there for the Cardinals there because that return came back perfectly for Blaine to pop it to the floor at the front net.
So that makes it 10-4. Good buddy.
Good buddy.
And we got a Blaine player in the net this time. That's an easy way to get the ball back.
So what is it for 10-5? No jive?
10-5, still alive.
Okay.
Masteller serve here. We're going to call Bengals point. Wasn't sure if that got contact with the player.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's clean.
Was it a clean hit?
It was.
A quick sideline exchange. Casey Burnett coming in to serve for the Bengals. 11-5 the score here in the first set. Burnett's serve is set up by Masteller. Back sets for post, and that is blocked.
Beautiful block. Clara Brown doing a nice job of returning that shot for the point.
Get another look at it here. Sees the back set, just gets straight up and puts it back to the other side. Deep service here, but that one is set up. Cross-court hit for Wilbur there. Tao able to put it back up into play. And that was out of bounds, just to the outside of the stick. Good effort, good hit.
Yeah.
But
is that what that is? I thought it was a barber pole.
Yes, if you want your hair cut between games, you can head down there. Lazy little serve from post there. Almost catches the Bengals off guard.
A little bit too much. Oh, no, I guess Cardinals got a piece of it.
Was a little deep, but I think it did catch a fingertip. Both officials signaling that as we'll get another rotation for the Bengals.
13-6.
13-6 as Paige Crown is back to serve. Post comes off the floor on the Cardinals side. Masteller puts that one up and gets that third hit, looking to score on that. Great effort by the Cardinals. Players diving everywhere, but not quite able to get it over. The net, we'll get another look at that one here.
Again, I mean, good effort there by Anderson to see if there's any way she can do it. I mean, it would have been a miraculous shot.
Zoe Smith scoring that one. Previous point for the Bengals as they score another one here. As Coach Enns will call a timeout. You had to be wondering how soon that was coming there.
Well, yeah, at 15-6, I think sometimes 15 is that magic mark, especially if you're down by a fair amount of points. And so Coach Enns is going to talk to his squad, talk things over. Gives an opportunity for Coach Thomas as well. She's got to like the way that her squad has started this first set, up 15-6. She wants to see them, I'm sure, continue with the energy that they've had in this first set.
Well, we've seen this in a few of the games that we've done this year where the Cardinals don't start out very aggressive at the net, And moving through, second, third set, they kind of up that intensity, but definitely need to turn it up here with a 9-point deficit in the first, as we see a few of the fans here.
Getting into the grooves.
Here at the Nest, right?
Yep.
Those Cardinal branded face
the barn.
masks.
No, I like those. We also call it the barn. It could be the barn.
The
or
card barn?
Yeah, the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse is the true name.
And just like that, we're back to play. Anderson returns the serve. Masteller just misses the sideline on that one. And that is going to be a point to put the Bengals up 10. Paige Crow continues service here as we're waiting for a ball. Miss hit by Anderson. Some desperation there, but not quite able to do it. Yeah, Seda Green had that one fly right at her. Was able to field it, but Anderson not able to clear the net on that one. This one goes to the side and correctly is called out of bounds.
Well, the Cardinals needed that point, quite obviously. Look at that. It's Aaron Yund, the staff photographer for the yearbook here at Coon Rapids, and the son of the one and only Joe Yund, who's not with us tonight.
Yep. Well, he didn't want to have a conflict of interest of his
did
son
not.
taking photos of him at the game.
Yeah, exactly.
So he did the ethical thing and sat this one out. Camera in hand watching the volleyball game there.
What a great young man.
He actually looks like a very young Joe.
He is. He's a young Joe.
Once you've seen Yund, you've seen them all.
Yund in a million.
No question, Howie. We're off the rails already.
Oh, it's only taken.
Speaking of off the rails, 19-7 the score to try and get us back on track here. Seda Green sliding almost all the way under the net on that one after her dive. So 20-7.
Carl's going to call another timeout here.
And timeouts don't carry over to the next game, so.
They do not.
I mean, at this point,
it's not like PTO.
Yes.
Where they carry over to the next year.
Roll it over, cash it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Or what if your timeouts at the end of the match were worth an extra point each?
I don't know. I think you should. I think you should email the state, the Minnesota High School Association, and suggest that rule.
I believe they're in over their heads with the stuff they have to take care of right now.
In other words, they're not going to be interested in your change to the rules.
Probably not interested in that one. I also want to hang a hula hoop between the top of the field goal posts in football.
Yeah.
And if you can get it through there on a kick, it's a 5-pointer.
Oh, I'd like that.
Yeah. It's a small target. Yeah. Or you put some paper plates in the corners, like the hockey skills
and
challenge.
a couple of eggs on them.
Yeah,
if you break the eggs, you get minus.
Yeah. Put a candle there. If you cannot blow the candle out,
6
but
points.
You can't knock over the cupcake. Hard hit there by the Cardinals, but again, just out of bounds.
You have cupcakes?
Not on me.
Oh, that's too bad.
Cupcakes don't last long around.
Yeah, me either.
That's how we keep our trim fingers. Towel bumps this one up. Anderson with a nice return, comes up all the way over. Good return by the Cardinals. The Bengals right there at the net. And that is going to be off a Cardinal player to make it 22-7 as this first set is slipping away from the Cardinals. Towel service, put straight back over. Couple sets, and the Bengals are able to get it over. Cardinals looking to set something up here. Just mistimed the jump there.
And that's a spot for Wilbur that she's very dangerous from too. Just mistimed her jump.
So 23-7 the score now. Masteller puts this one up. Anderson sets it up. And the third hit cleared and played by the Bengals. Back set here, and that's going to be off a player. Another kill for the Bengals, as they are 1 point away from playing the first set. And that is it.
Relatively quick first set for the Bengals, 25-7 win handily. Cardinals just have to regroup.
Cardinals and the Bengals will both talk about it. We hope you'll join us with more volleyball coming up next on CTN Sports.
Get all your Cardinals sports action with Joe and I live every Monday at 7:30. If Coon Rapids plays it, Sports Night covers it. Sports Night on local cable CTN.
Cardinal fans on their feet and glad the #1 fan, of course, in attendance. Hello and welcome to Inside Access, your ticket behind the scenes of Coon Rapids sports. Studio and Howie, it feels great to be back behind the desk.
I can't think of too many things better in life. How about you?
I can think of one, because it's an all-out sprint to the finish.
Okay. Kind of like your life.
They host Elk River on Tuesday, and Howie,
We'll be there. There you go. It's contagious.
like it's all your fault.
Yeah, of course it is.
Sports Night, I'm Joe Young.
I'm Joe Young as well. I'm not so sure how good we'll look on HD, but you know.
I appreciate the effort.
I try.
I do.
After quarantine, everyone's bound to look a little different. Some people gained a little weight, others lost some. Some had longer hair or new beard. With Joe and Howie, it was a little different. Don't get me wrong, they acted like the same old Joe and Howie. What they came back with, a different energy. But something was off.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sports Night. I'm Joe Young.
And I'm Howie Shapiro, and it really
We are back with the Game 1 recap. Cardinals scored a few points early, but great play by the Bengals, both offensively and defensively. They found those spots just inside the lines, Howie, at the back, on the sides. More kills, more blocks. And after a few attempts at a quick comeback, the Cardinals ended up giving up that first set, 25-7. Blaine, pretty dominant after the first few points.
Well, they really were, and you know, the Cardinals just could not get into that first set, but that's why they have multiple sets. They've got an opportunity to come back, to shake this one off, and start again.
Well, like we've talked about, the Cardinals definitely take a little bit to warm up for volleyball. So we'll see if they play a little more aggressively at the net here in set number 2. Shot of one of their premier players up at said net there.
Well, they just cannot let Blaine go on a run like they did in that first set, because Blaine pretty much obviously controlled that first set, but 25-7 win.
Get our players set here for the second set. Anderson to serve first for the Cardinals. And we are underway here in set 2. Nice serve, but the Bengals able to play it. That one is hit and not quite over. Cardinals draw the first point here in set number 2.
And that's the way Coon Rapids wants to start this one off, with service and the point.
This one sent over. Coon Rapids looking to set up. Tao feels this one. I think we had a player in the net.
Yep.
Number 7. That's what the official is indicating. Paige Ewert catching a little bit of twine on that one.
Tickle the twine.
Zoe able to tip that one over for the Bengals. Masteller returns the favor, just tips it over. Nice effort by Tao to dive for that one, but not quite able to dig that one out.
Well, good job by Masteller. She just poked it to the far side, and really that's away from where the Bengals were.
Replay of that last point as Anderson serves here. And the Bengals looking out of sorts the way the Cardinals did at the end of set 1.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You've got an opportunity. You shake that first set off, and you come back with a good start to set number 2, up 4-0.
We just want to keep that service going, avoid those unforced errors.
Just as you say
I
that.
still got it, Howie.
You still have it.
I still got it.
Head coach Natalie Thomas.
Paige Crow serving here for the Bengals. Their first service of the match. Anderson plays that one. That would have been close. Masseller tips that over to the Bengals. Looking to set up. Zoe Smith puts that one down and not able to get a good, clean return on it as it goes off State of Green and out of bounds. Anderson puts this one up. Green sets it up. And it's tipped over to the side. Tao puts it back to the middle for Blaine. Blocked up at the net by the Cardinals. Blaine looking to set up again. Deep hit just to put this one over. Wilbur pops it up in the air. Set up for Post, who misses it. And that is going to be it.
Yeah,
Mistime jump there or miscommunication?
I think the set wasn't where she wanted it or needed it to be.
So 4-3. Cardinals still up by 1. Bengals service almost finds the ground. Anderson tries real hard to dig that one out, but not quite able to get an angle to get it up.
Well, and just as quickly as Coon Rapids jumped to that 4-0 lead, that's how quickly Blaine ties it up at 4.
This service has a lot behind it.
Going, gone.
And good eye there to watch. That back line sometimes really hard to judge, especially on those ones with an arc. Yeah.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 11, Bella Bresnahan.
Bella Bresnahan serving for Coon Rapids, up 5-4.
That service played by the Bengals, just looking to get it over, and they do. Wilbur sets it up. This one's sent over for Post, who hits it back. Tao puts that one forward for the Bengals player. Wilbur puts it up at the net and just poked over again. Trying to catch each other off guard with this, and finally it's Mastar who puts some arm behind that one.
Oh, she has so much power on her kill shot. She's able to pound that to the floor.
Definitely got the angle she wanted on that one. So enough downforce to score that point. Cardinals with service and the lead again.
Cardinals jump to a 3-point lead.
Paige Ewert putting that one into the net. Need a little more height on that one. So 7-4 the score now. This one's set up for Smith. Good kill for Zoe Smith.
Zoe Smith pounded that ball to the floor. She had a lot of heat on that.
So Tao serving now for the Bengals. Anderson puts that one up. It's set up at the net. Post tips it over. Almost looked like she was going to dunk that one,
yeah.
But
in the game for the Cardinals, number 5,
opted for the finesse there.
Waletka back to serve for the Cardinals.
So 8-5 the score now, Howie. Cardinals clinging to a slim lead, but looking to expand that here. That service is near the line, but not quite in. Another unforced error on the Cardinal side.
Yeah, just a little bit long on that. You know, she is another player for this squad that's been very consistent with her service.
And number 11, Ella Capus. Back to serve for the Bengals.
So Evelyn Thormisgaard checks in to serve for the Bengals. There's a name that won't fit on the back of a jersey. Waletka not quite able to handle that one cleanly. The Bengals make it 7-8.
Well, definitely a more competitive start to the set here for Coon Rapids.
Good dig by Anderson to get that one over. Post puts it over the net as this one gets set up for the Bengals.
Oh.
Great placement from Schmitz on that one to find that back corner. Another kill for the Bengals.
Yeah, Schmitz with a lot of power and good positioning as she puts it right in that corner.
After a little bit of a slow start, they're starting to play a little more aggressively as they take their first lead of the game, 9-8. First lead of the set, I should say.
Set, yeah.
Volleyball always throws me off.
Just volleyball?
Just volleyball.
Point, Bengals.
How about cribbage? Does that throw you at all?
Cribbage, I can call cribbage.
Okay.
Yeah, I had no problems with that. It's just the difference between a game set and a match.
Yeah, I get it.
And the order of which is which. You'd think by my 4th game
You would
this
think
season
so.
I'd have it figured out, but got a short-term memory, Howie.
What?
There it is. So we got a timeout here, 10-8. Blaine up 2. We see Coach Anderson talking to her team there. Coach Thomas. Sorry.
Yeah.
Eyeballs wandering down the page,
Well,
looking
you
at
know,
stats here.
and too, it's a good timeout in general. You know, Coach Enns can talk to his team about they're down by 2 now, but they're staying in this one and what they can do to keep this one close. Already down 1-0. Okay, so there's Aaron Yund taking pictures here. We talked about it.
See if we can get the side-by-side with his dad.
But tough with the mask on. Unless we have one
And
with
the
Joe.
railing.
And well, but he is definitely a chip off the old block. There's no question about that.
Back to the action here as the Cardinals look to hit this one over.
Oh,
Saved by the tape on that one.
a little long.
It was long indeed. So Schmitz thought she put that one in, but the Cardinals able to score a point on that. So 9-10 with Nicole Post serving. We'll get another look at it here. That may have hit a Coon Rapids player on the way too. A little chaos here as the Bengals just look to get it over, and that one is out of bounds. We're tied back up at 10.
Yeah, just smart play to make sure you saw that ball was going out. Don't try and play it in that situation.
Post serving with a tie game at 10. Tao sets that one up. Great play to get that one set up there. Wilbur looking to put that one away. Tao plays it back in for the Bengals. Schmitz again trying to hit it. That one off a Cardinals player. Ouellette not quite able to get that one up. We'll get another look here. Schmitz getting to that spot that she likes on the floor.
Yeah, tried for the block, went off of her, and yeah, it would have been a tough one for her to dig out.
That is the spot Schmitz wants to hit from. So Bengals lead now 11-10 as Anderson puts this one up. Wilbur just sets it over in deep. Tao puts it up at the net. Bengals hit it, and that one is played, kept alive. An excellent play by Bresnahan there.
Yeah, and it was just a push.
Good awareness.
Corner.
Awareness to realize that back corner was empty. It was almost like a no-look pass. On the replay, we saw it there. Great job in tapes, whoever's doing the magic back there today.
I think it's Dusty. Is it Dusty? Yep. It's Dusty, my opponent this week.
King of the dust. Looks like we had a foot on the line. They're going to call Bresnahan for that one.
Serving for the Bengals, number 1, Jillian Hansen.
Official explaining to Coach Enns here on the side of that call. So 12-11. Anderson puts that one into play. Wilbur sets it over. Bumps it over, rather. Zoe Smith has a clean shot on that one.
Yeah, and a perfect set for her and for her to put it to the floor.
And the Bengals don't go with very high sets. They set them real low, close to the net. Not as much time to set up and reach to them. Wilbur puts that back over to the Bengals side. Little mishit there for Ella Kappas as it comes off her hand. And this one is staying close, 12-13.
It definitely is. It was a good speech from Coach Enns between sets, and the Cardinals are keeping right in this as I say something, and of course they give up a point.
What was your turn? I did it last time.
Yeah, it's true. One for you, one for me.
We'll get some player rotation here. A 14-12, only 2-point game.
Yep.
So Burnett serving for the Bengals, as you hear our in-house announcer here.
Mike DuPont, the golden tones of Mike DuPont. Oh, almost a great dig.
Almost a great dig, but Bresnahan comes away the victor on that one to score the point for the Cardinals as Anderson
Serving
heads
for the
back
Cardinals, number 3, Audrey
to serve.
Anderson.
Anderson's service is played by the Bengals.
Point, Cardinals.
It's going to be a point for the Cardinals. Waiting to see if the official on the side here called anyone in the net or over the line.
Nope.
He did not, so we're tied at 14.
Bengals.
A late call by the official.
Yeah,
on
well,
this
he was. I
end,
think he was blocked a little bit.
but he
Called it out.
as out. So we only have one flag here tonight.
Number 2,
He left his at home, I heard.
Good look at the replay there, and that was a good call
Yep.
by the official. Just missed the line on the outside. So 14-15, Bengals up 1. This service set up for Post. Post tips it over. The Bengals able to get that back in the air. Tao puts that up and over for Schmidt. Blocked at the net, and that bounces, unfortunately, toward the Cardinal side after it hits the top of that tape to make it 16-14 in favor of Blaine. Deep serve put up by Masteller. Set at the net. She comes back up.
Point, Cardinals.
Has a Cardinal point on that one. Some play at the net. We'll get another look at it here.
In the game,
Yeah, this is, back and forth here in the set number 2.
serving for number 11, Bella.
Much better outcome for Coon Rapids here so far.
Well, they've more than doubled their point total from the first set.
Point, Cardinals.
Nicole Post there to put that easy one down and make sure it stayed on the Blaine side of the net. And we are tied up at 16. Howie, no question this one's staying close.
No question.
Service put back deep. Not quite the hit she wanted on it.
Great block.
Clean block by the Cardinals. Schmitz puts that over the net off a Cardinals player, and it falls out of bounds. So the Bengals, once again, take a a
Serving for
1-point
the
lead.
Bengals, number 3, Alessandra Tao.
Tao's service here to the middle. Anderson puts it up. Bresnahan sets it for Post. Off a Blaine player. That is dug out beautifully by the Bengals and put back over. Wilbur looking to hit that one and hits it a little too far.
Yeah, she tried to get that winning point and just puts a little too much on it.
Great team play to dig that one out for the Bengals. Ultimately get that point.
Point, Cardinals.
We come back here. The Bengals player blocked
Serving for the Cardinals,
a
number
shot at the
9,
net, but it didn't fall out of
Masteller.
bounds to bring the ball back to the Cardinals side of the net. So 17-18 the score now. And that is going to be
Point, Cardinals.
ace for the Cardinals. Always nice to get that one, and we're tied back up at 18. Masteller's serve here. Same spot. The Bengals able to play it the second time. Set up at the net. Post tries to just tip it over, but not quite able to clear the tape. And now the Bengals are up 1 again.
Again, it's just back and forth, and
In the game for the Bengals, number 11,
as it's getting late in the set, these points are extremely important.
Kormanskar. Kormanskar back to serve for the
We'll
Bengals.
see some player rotation on the
In the game for the
side
Cardinals,
here.
number 5, Emma Waletka.
Waletka getting into position there. 19-18 Bengals serve, up 1 set. This one hits the tape, and Anderson dives and gets it back up into the air. Wilbur this time able to hit it off the player and tie it back up at 19. That's exactly what they wanted, Howie.
Well, yeah, absolutely. They want to keep this within 1.
Post service here finds its way over the net. Set to the side. Schmitz from the opposite side. Good one-handed play by the Cardinals, and this one's ultimately sent back over. We're going to set up at the net. Another one of those low sets. Not a lot of time to react, but it is going to be a Bengals point.
It was a violation on Coon Rapids. It puts it 20-19 in favor of the Bengals with service. Looking to go up by 2. Cardinals obviously do not want that to happen. They want to tie this thing right up at 1, and it's a whole new match. if they can do it.
Lydia Erie to serve. Our serve to the back line. This one set up. Anderson just looking to hit it over. And does not clear the net. The Bengals get that 2-point lead that they would need to win. Only 4 points away from closing this one out. Cardinals definitely looking to get this ball back.
Well, we'll see if they go on a little bit of run if Coach Enns calls a timeout before they can close it.
Set up for Wilbur, who hits it over. Tao puts it back into play. Bengals looking to play that. Anderson sets it up at the net. Wilbur again, and this one is out of bounds. That's going to be another Blaine point.
Yeah, I really like the set there, as Coach Enns now is going to call a timeout with his Cardinals trailing 22-19. I want to talk about things they obviously do not want this second set to get away from. They played really well.
Well, definitely through all the games we've done, I haven't seen any other team with those real low sets right by the net like the Bengals are doing.
Yeah.
Usually you put it up high and you give your player a chance to go up and get it, but these are very low sets, very well positioned, and obviously practiced because they're succeeding on a lot of those hits.
Yeah, they certainly are, and the thing is, I think that, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, that it really doesn't allow Coon Rapids to set their blocks up as quickly because it's coming back a lot quicker than if they were waiting for that set that was a little bit taller.
That's like the best kind of cement is that quick set stuff, right?
Absolutely.
And quick set's also a lock company.
Yeah.
We should have them sponsor volleyball.
Okay, you work
Where's
on
our
that.
sales
You work
department
on
on
that.
this?
Do we
Where's
have
the
a
sales
sales department? I think it's Eric Strauss is the sales department.
All right, I'll get him on the line here. 22-19 Bengals lead as they serve it out of bounds and give it back to the Cardinals. So 20-22.
Good timeout by Coach Enns. He's able to get the point in the serve, down by 2.
Basically freezing the kicker there.
Or the
Timeout
server.
before the serve.
Yep. Freezing the server.
Bengals looking to set up at the net. This one's hitting off a Coon Rapids player, but set back up. We're going to get a Bengals point.
Yeah.
There's another player under the net for the Cardinals. Those unforced errors are definitely costing them.
Well, especially at this point in the set. I mean, you're now Bengals are 2 points away from going to a 2-0 lead.
Bengals service played up into the air. Coon Rapids looking to control it and just hit it over, and they do.
And it's out.
Caught the line. That is in.
Did it catch the line?
It did land on the line on that outside. Officials were right on top of it. Just like our replay official is on it here.
Wow.
It caught the edge of the tape. Coon Rapids gets the point. And Wilbur's serve catches the top of the tape, and all of a sudden it's 22-23.
Down by a point. Big service here.
Wilbur's serve. Played up by the Bengals.
Great get.
Tao definitely worked hard for that one. Back set here. Tao jumps to put it back up in the air. Bengals just looking to hit it over, and they do. Comes off a player. Mastiller puts it up. That's set back for her.
Wow.
We got a Bengal player in the net and a tie game at 23. So excellent timeout, Howie.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now they're right back in it. It's anybody's contest from here on out.
Both coaches watching their teams here. Miss hit on the Bengal side, and all of a sudden the Cardinals are one serve away from taking the set. We're going to get a timeout by the Bengals here.
Yeah, they certainly haven't had their way with Coon Rapids like they did in the first set. Coon Rapids has done a really nice job of adjusting and getting right back into this contest. They're a point away from evening it up at 1, and there was their goal when they took the floor here to start set number 2. Nothing less than getting that win and tying it up.
Well, both coaches talking to their teams here about the importance of this next point. This is not where you want to have an unforced error on either side. And we've seen games end like that before, Howie.
We have.
A serve into the net, a player into the net. It'll be Wilbur to serve as we come back out of timeout, with the Cardinals leading 24-23 here in set 2. The Bengals will rotate a player in a position. The whistle from the official signals game on. The service.
That's it.
Is going to be it.
Cardinals do a great job. Didn't let that 25-7 loss get to them, and they came back and won a close one here, 25-23. We're knotted up at 1, Jeremy Smith.
We're knotted up at 1. We'll get another look at that game-winning serve from Wilbur, and we hope you come back right after this with more volleyball coverage on CTN Sports.
After quarantine, everyone's bound to look a little different. Some people gained a little weight, others lost some. Some had longer hair or a new beard. With Joe and Howie, it was a little different. Don't get me wrong, they acted like the same old Joe and Howie. What they came back with, a different energy. But something was off.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sports Night. I'm Joe Young.
And I'm Howie Shapiro, and it really
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How is it? Is it good?
Game number 2 recap. Even play on both sides. Good placement, good effort, lots of digs, lots of dives, a couple of real key blocks up at the net, and some powerful shots from both teams, Howie. But ultimately, after going back and forth and being tied almost at every point along the way, Coon Rapids, towards the end of set 2, finally gets a chance to pull ahead, and they do.
The thing I like about this win for Coon Rapids is they didn't fold after losing that first one 25-7. They came back and they fought hard because in that first game obviously it was all Blaine, and this contest was nip and tuck between the two teams.
A great service from Wilbur there to end that game out.
Wear a mask. And if you're watching this live, make sure you vote tomorrow.
If you haven't already.
If you haven't already.
So here we are, basically a clean slate, best 2 out of 3 from here on out. Blaine with first service. This one is up and off the top of the net. Anderson sends it back over for Masto. That's blocked at the net, but she's able to recover and put it back over. This one's set all the way across.
Oh, beautiful kill.
It was indeed well set up.
Studer did a nice job of just from that left corner. She pounds that to the floor.
Now let's talk about the low sets, and that was a nice high arcing cross-court set. But a serve into the net ties it up at 1.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 7, Madison Fowler.
So we'll see Fowler service here for the Cardinals. Bengals put it into play, low set, but the Cardinals are able to Pop that one back up on the block. Put back over the net. Tao puts it to the middle. That one's set up, and another powerful shot for the kill on the Bengals side.
Yeah, good job again with the, as you mentioned, the set and then the kill. 2-1 lead. We'll see how this third set starts out. It was back and forth that entire second set.
Well, Studer definitely amped up at the net, and her service is put over here. Coach Ends disputing with the official that the Bengals player was over the net. They disagree, so 3-1 the score now. Anderson puts that over to the middle, set back up. Wilbur from mid-range puts that over to the Bengals side. Studer puts a lot on that one and launches it out the back line.
Yeah, she had a lot on that one.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 11,
Did indeed. Bresnahan service into the net here. And we're at 2-4. The key for the Cardinals that last game was not letting the Bengals go on any long runs. The game stayed close the whole time.
Very true.
That is going to be a clean ace.
Yeah, nice service there. Not much Coon Rapids could do to return that.
Look to line up here. Hopefully put this one into play, as they do. This one's set across. Wilbur puts that off the top of the net. Some players collide and no one able to finish that play off for the Bengals, as the Cardinals do continue to keep it close.
And that's what they need to do.
Masteller's serve. Go over.
On the net. The Bengals are on the net, 5-4.
Thormsgaard had that look on her face because she could feel the net on her back as she walked into it. So 4-5 the score. Serve deep to the back line. That'll be an ace for the Cardinals.
And kudos to the Cardinals not letting Blaine go on any kind of a run. Coming right back and tying it up.
That was what worked for him in the last game, is to just keep it close all the way through. I mean, not that it's bad to pull ahead.
No. But at least keep it close.
Anderson puts that one up. It's set up. Wilbur gets up for that one. And the Cardinals definitely playing more aggressive here in game number 3.
Well, yeah, they kind of turned it around from that first set, became aggressive in set number 2, and it started that way, although that one's a little long.
A little too much aggression on that one.
Yeah.
As it sails out of the back. We'll get some player rotation.
In the game for the Cardinals, number 5, Emma Waletka.
Burnett back to serve for the Bengals. 6-6 game. That one's dug up off the ground. Good idea with the blind back set there, but not quite able to find the sideline as the Bengals score the point.
Yeah, again, just trying to put that a little bit of English over the net.
Anderson puts this one up. Set over for Wilbur, who just tips it over. Tries to find some floor, but it is dug out well by the Bengals. Anderson setting up. Post for this one. Great work by the Bengals down on the floor to keep this alive. That's set over for Wilbur, who tips it over again, and the Bengals once again able to get it up. Tao runs in and puts it over. Anderson sets it over. Another great volley here by both teams.
Beautiful.
Finished off by Claire Brown,
yeah.
finding an empty back corner for the kill.
I mean, Blaine has done a really nice job of digging out balls here so far. I mean, you saw, again, there a couple of times on that point.
Great communication by their players rotating. Wilbur looking to put that one away, but the Bengals get that again. Anderson setting it up for Wilbur. This one knocked over easily. Set up for Zoe Smith, who puts that down. Anderson hits it. Tipped over quickly by Bresnahan. We'll get a back set. Great job by the Cardinals to keep this one in play. This one's hit over and cleanly. Tao puts it up to the net. Quick set for Zoe Smith. We had a double hit on the Bengals side. Getting some real strong volleys here.
Yeah,
Right?
we've seen a lot of nice volleys so far tonight. And the Cardinals, again, they just keep it close. That's all they need to do is keep it close.
Bengals just looking to get it over, and they do. Put up into the air. Anderson sets it over for Wilbur. Knocks it into play. Bengals tip it up. Tao sends it over. Anderson, great play to get that one going there. And that one is not quite going to make it. Little kiss off the fluorescent light there, but not quite what they were looking for as far as direction. 7-9, just a 2-point game right now. Crow's service hit by Anderson. This one's set up at the net, punched over. Tao knocks that backwards. And this one's put back into play. Good job by the Cardinals to get set up. Wilbur just sends it over. Bengals diving to keep it in play. And they do. Set back over. Anderson set at the net. And not enough height on that one.
Yeah, that time just couldn't get the lift underneath for the proper set, and pushed into the net.
Fowler didn't get a jump on it either, but like you said, the set didn't have any air under it. Try to get a better one here, as that is blocked at the net, but the Cardinals able to recover. That is a tough spot to try and bump it over with your clasped hands.
Well, quick timeout here by Coach Enz as he wants to talk about things before they do get out of hand here. 11-7 lead for the Bengals. Last time Coach Enz called a timeout, it was a good adjustment for his squad, and they did a nice job. We'll see what happens here with this timeout, trailing 11-7.
And the Bengals definitely don't want to keep this one close. They want to pull away with this one.
This is an opportunity for see if they can break it open a little bit.
Well, that last game, they let the Cardinals hang around, and they kind of stole that one away at the end.
They did.
Coach is talking to the teams here, getting them ready to get back out there. Well, whoever wins this game will definitely be in a good position, but there's still at least another one to play after this.
Yes, definitely.
As they split the first two games. So 11-7, definitely a crucial point for the Cardinals to not let this lead balloon out of control here. Bengals service, played up by Anderson. This one's set up, Wilbur.
Oh, beautiful kill.
Maybe her best of the evening.
Well, we've seen so much of that from her. That side of the court.
You can definitely tell which spot she likes to hit from.
Yep. A little bit too much.
That serve goes out.
Too much relish.
Serving to the Bengals, number 3, Alessandra Tao.
Heavy on the onions.
Too much jalapeno. Anderson puts that one all the way to the net. And the Bengals player is there for the volley-oop to put it down.
The volley-oop. I like that. You just coined that.
We did this one last week.
Did we do? I can't remember if we did.
did.
Oh, we should trademark that. See if it's make up T-shirts. Volley-oop.
Great block by the Bengals at the net there. Again, this is exactly what the Cardinals didn't want to happen.
Nope.
Is that balloon? That lead is now 6 points. Tao back to serve.
I know what you meant to say. You wanted to say the lead was ballooning, and
well, I had just used that one. So. This one hit.
You're full of hot air anyway.
Too
so
far.
It's just appropriate.
No question, Howard. 15-8, the score now. Anderson hits that over. Wilbur just looking to clear the net, and she does. We're going to get a carry on that, I believe.
Yep. Point for the Cardinals. They stopped the bleeding.
Underhand scoop.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 2,
Player rotation as Wilbur, who had a strong service to end the last game, steps up to serve for the Cardinals. Looking to get some points back. Is going to end her service real early there is Hansen.
She pounded that to the floor.
Gets up and kills that one. That one's not coming back.
No.
If this was a horror movie, that would be the end.
That would be it.
Anderson does a great job to get up on that one. Unfortunately, Studer's there at the net. to make sure the Bengals keep the ball and take another point. Now an 8-point lead, Howie.
It's good math.
The service hit up by Anderson. Sent over, blocked again at the net by the Bengals. Little miscommunication as two Cardinals players collide for that one. Both trying to call each other off, but ultimately give up that point. That service is a free point for the Cardinals.
Hey, they'll take it. They needed to stop the scoring here from Blaine. So, you know, you stop the scoring and you get the service. Now an opportunity for the Cardinals, see if they can go on a run and get back into this.
Definitely the time to put something together. There's that service.
That wasn't it.
Gets airmailed.
Airmailed. Has your stamp of approval.
No return address on that.
No return to sender is what you're saying.
19-10, Bengals up. Looking to put away game number 3. Anderson pops that one way up. And the Cardinals are able to scramble and get it over the net. This one's set up to the middle. Still in play.
Oh, it is.
It is
No.
not. Officials calling a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Jump ball, 2 thumbs up, right?
Actually, officials called it point for the Bengals, I believe.
No, I think
No,
that's
just-
a redo. It was
Is it a redo?
Yep. Officials blew the whistle even though the ball was still in play. On our replay there, you can see a Bengals player clearly step way over the line. So that maybe should have been a Cardinals point. The Cardinals looking to do it their way here as that one's hit over toward the back. And as they say in the business, ball don't lie, and the Cardinals get it back.
Into business.
So Hoffman rotates out of the court for the Cardinals as Bresnahan is back to serve. 11-19. This is the time
It's past my bedtime.
to get back into it, Howie. No questions past your bedtime.
It's 11-19.
Tao tries to dig that one out, but not able to get good direction on it. The Cardinals score a point to cut it down to a 7-point lead.
Now this is their opportunity here. Is it a good job there to get the point?
Tao puts this one up for her team, just looking to clear it over and not able to do so in 3. Gives the Cardinals another point. Do the Bengals call a timeout if Cardinals score another one?
I think they do if they score this next point.
The service here is an ace for the Cardinals.
Come on.
They're going to let it keep going. 14-19. The service put into play. Tao sets it over to the side. And that is fired out of bounds. 15-19. This is exactly what the Cardinals needed.
Well, exactly is right. There's the timeout. I was 1 point off. And they certainly need this timeout. They just kind of want to calm things down a little bit. They had a nice lead.
Nostra Shapiro has lost his touch a little bit.
Yep. Well, I should have bet the odds.
You got
What
it.
the over under.
But yeah, Cardinals clawing back into this one. 15-19. It's only 4 points now. That lead had gotten all the way up to 8.
The Cardinals have claws?
They have talons.
They have talons, yeah.
I don't know if they can
They
qualify.
talon their way back in?
Nails.
They nailed their way back
They're
in?
flapping back into this one.
Yeah, okay. They're flying back in?
They're flying back in.
So the Bengals now, they could claw their way.
Oh, Bengals could definitely claw their way. They could maul their way.
They could
back into it if they
maul or
needed to.
claw.
Cardinals chirping their way back in. No, that doesn't quite work.
They're beaking the opponent. I better stop now. Because I reached so far for that, I fell over.
You pulled a muscle in your shoulder.
I did
reaching
pull a
for that
muscle.
one. 15-19 Cardinal service put up by Tao. Off a Cardinals player, and that was a good timeout.
It was a good timeout.
by
Get the
coach
point.
here. We're at 20-15 again. Best thing Cardinals can do is just get this back right away. This Bengals service put into play by Masto. Sent back over to the middle. Wilbur looks for a kill from the back. as the Bengals play this one. Two players collide, but they are able to get a hit, put it over. So it's set up for Post, who just tips it over. Quick hands by Smith there as it's put back into play. Good hit by Wilbur. It's set over for Post, who looks for the back line, not quite able to find it. Tipped up at the line. Smith punches it over. Anderson over her head, hits it backwards. Post hits it over, and clean, still in play. Bengals looking to set this one up. Comes all the way across, and that finds the back corner.
Boy, it just did.
Laura Brown, good radar on that one. Could have put a dinner plate there, and she would have hit it.
What's on the plate?
Great job in replay. Showing us those nice hits. Anderson returns this one. Set back up. Wilbur puts it over. Back to the Bengal side, looking to set up on the side. Looking for that back corner again, but this time not quite able to find that dinner plate. Misses the meal. But we're calling a player in the net.
Pardon me?
On the Cardinals, so the Bengals will still get the point.
It was in the, she was in the net.
She was in the net. She was getting the official. So that will be point.
So even
for
though
Blaine.
the ball ended up out of bounds,
when you're in the net, you're in the net.
In the net first. So 22-15 the score now. Bengals service looking to put away number 3.
Hit the
and
floor.
Tape is your friend. Howard.
Yes, it is.
Another ace for the Bengals here. Having a pretty decent night, a few of those each game so far. Hansen's service here with a 23-15 lead. Goes out of bounds. Gives the Cardinals a chance. Last time they had the ball, they were able to score a few points. Now it's time to go on another run.
Well, yeah, you're 2 points away from defeat, so yeah, definitely an opportunity for a run here. Unfortunately, they're not going to get it.
And Mastella puts it in the net, and now your back is to the wall. You got to score 8 straight to extend the game. So Burnett serving for Blaine as they look to claw out a victory here in game number 3. Her service is put out by Anderson. Set cross court for Wilbur, who just taps it toward the floor. Miscommunication by the Bengals gets the point to the Cardinals. Got to take it 1 point at a time.
That's all you can score, 1 point at a time.
That's all you can do. Until we put that hula hoop up there.
You know,
Anderson service.
You're petitioning the high school league.
Absolutely. A lot of hula hoop action. Actually, I'm just looking to sell more hula hoops. Wilbur sends this one back over as the Bengals are looking to finish it off. Great block at the net by the Cardinals. Tal sets it up. Another try, and that's going to be out of bounds.
I hear they're going around and round with you on that issue, by the way.
They are. They are. (18-24). Cardinals need to keep scoring points to keep this one alive. That one's back set. Punched over, and that's inbounds. That is going to be it. Game point. 25-18. Game 3 goes to the Bengals. So we saw a blowout in game 1, a real close win in game 2 for Coon Rapids, and a medium margin of victory in here in game 3. So we've seen it all already.
We have, and now it's an opportunity for Coon Rapids. They know that it's certainly do or die here in set number 4, so they'll make the adjustments they need to make, and they'll come back and look to tie it up again.
Well, we hope you come back too. We'll be back with more volleyball here on CTN Sports.
The award-winning community programming by CTN Coon Rapids is funded exclusively by cable subscribers. Without those subscribers, we would not exist. So no more coverage of local news, stories, events, and sports in our community. So thank you for subscribing to cable TV and for supporting CTN.
Hey!
Okay. If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Welcome back to CTN Sports. Recap of Game 3 here. Blaine and Coon Rapids both doing some heavy hitting in this one. We saw a lot of really good volleys from both teams. Strong play from Wilbur as we get a shot of her catching the tape on that one. Some unforced errors and miscommunications, but this one stayed close through the first half. Wilbur had another strong game up at the net. But the Bengals were able to claw the ball up again and again, finding that back corner repeatedly, and took a small lead and ended up building that into a big one, eventually taking set number 3 with a score of 25-18.
Yeah, so coming into set number 4 for Coon Rapids, they want to make sure that they start out quickly here. They're going to have service. So an opportunity for them to see if they can start mounting some points, going on an early run, and put pressure on the Bengals to stay in the set.
Of senior night there.
It is senior night this evening.
The senior posters, and what an interesting year to be a senior in high school.
Crazy.
Wilbur starts service here in game number 4. The Bengals score that first point.
Serving for the Bengals, number 6, Evelyn Thormanskog.
Anderson pops this one up as it's sent over for Mastar.
Oh.
Had a great hit on that one, but just missed the back line.
Just love the thought of that. I mean, she had so much pepper on that shot, and unfortunately, it just couldn't stay in bounds.
Enough pepper to make a Scotsman sneeze.
Gesundheit.
Unforced error on the Bengals side gives the point to the Cardinals. As Anderson goes back to serve. 1-2 the mark here in game number 4. This one's set up cross court.
Oh, beautiful shot.
Schmitz finds the inside edge of that sideline.
Serving for the Bengals, number 14, Haley Stewart.
Another look at that one here.
In the game for the Bengals, number 5.
Great work from our camera and replay crew as usual.
The best.
They are the best. This one's hit up and...
Up and out.
Up and out, back into the left. Right? No, that's something different. 4-1 Bengals lead. Cardinals definitely want to stop this run here while they can. That one nicks the tape and just gets over. Bengals player right there to make sure that one does not come over the net and make it 5-1.
Well, timeouts for Coon Rapids may be quick here, depending on what Blaine does with this service.
And that serve scores another point for the Bengals.
Makes it 6-1.
Coach Enns looking on at his team there in their communication. Like you said, Howie, that timeout's probably coming soon. If anything, just to break up the rhythm of the Bengals.
And that was, now it may not come as soon as the Cardinals get the service back, trailing 6-2.
Sometimes it's just about breaking that service rhythm, and unfortunately she did that to herself that time. So 2-6. Bresnahan's serve clears the net here. And we're in play. This one, another one of those quick, short sets. Doesn't give the Cardinals a chance to set up effectively, and Blaine gets the service right back, making it 7-2.
Serving for the Bengals, number 1, Jillian Hansen.
Hansen serve put up by Wilbur, knocked back over. And just a bad range there for Mastiller, not able to clear the net.
Yeah, I mean, typically she's hitting that shot cleanly, but that time into the net.
Bengals up 8-2 and starting to run away with this one. But unforced error stops their advance, keeps the lead at 5.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 9, backup, Masteller.
Masteller's service, played by Tal, set up at the net. Anderson does a great job to keep that one in play. That one's set cross court, tipped over the net, still in play post there to poke it over. This one's set up again, and Bengals are going to hit this one out of bounds. The Cardinals score the point. A little too much from Claire Brown that time.
And this is the service I think the Cardinals want to go on a bit of a run here. And this is their opportunity. As I say that, I just, you know, sometimes it's, you're better off. I mean, you know, we're in the business to talk on air, but sometimes it's better not to say a thing.
Well, Howie, either what you say is going to happen or it's not, right?
This is true.
Everything has a 50% probability of happening. Either it's going to happen or it isn't. Service for the Bengals with a 9-4 lead. They serve it out. Well, we've seen more unforced errors here in the first 15 points of this game than we did in all of the last game.
Yep.
Post to serve here, 5-9, Cardinals trailing. A missed hit off the top of her hands. Brown wishes she had that one back. But the Cardinals score the points. Nice point for them to make it 6-9. Post still serving here. This one's set up, tipped over, and we're gonna have a Cardinal player in the net.
Violation there for Coon Rapids. Give the Bengals the 10-6 lead.
It's because I mentioned unforced errors. That's what happened.
Of course.
Miscommunication as two players went for it there. That one clears the net off the tape. Back set there. Anderson dives trying to get to it, but not quite able to get there. A nice hit from Thormsgaard. We'll see the replay here. Just a quick back set. A lot of power on that one. Anderson pop.
Able to return that one. 12-6 in favor of the Bengals. Here, and what they were hoping is their decisive set.
That one's put into play. Set over for Wilbur, who just pops it over the net. We'll get a set there. That one comes off a Cardinals player, but unfortunately, her toes were over the line when she threw it. Gotta watch that bottom edge there. So that makes it 13-6. Bengals lead is now up to 7. As they ace that up to an 8-point lead. And this is exactly what the Cardinals didn't want to happen. This one's starting to get away from them.
Well, if they get this point here, make it 15-6, I think Coach Hens will probably call a timeout just to try and stop some of the momentum.
Wilbur hits that one up. It gets set back to her. And that goes off the Bengals. And Wilbur scores the point for the Cardinals on that one.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 22, Catherine Godis.
Godis back for her. Cuts it down to a 7-point lead.
In the game for the Cardinals, number 9, backup, Masteller. Serving for the Cardinals, number 2, Michaela Wilbur.
Wilbur with service. Tips the tape. Are able to set that one up. And another nice kill for them as they find a clean spot on the floor.
And more importantly for them, they get service back.
In the game for the Bengals, number 2, Ileana Schmitz.
Thormsgaard with another kill there. This one gets set up. Masteller fires that off a Blaine player.
That's a Cardinal kill.
Scores the point.
Again, Cardinals just have to, they have to try and keep it as close as they can, down by 6 now.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 12, Reese Ireland.
Reese Ireland here with her first service tonight. sends that one to the Bengals, who look to set up. That one's fired to the side, but kept in play. Hit back overhead and tipped over the net. Bengals looking to set at the net, and not quite over to get there.
Yeah, there's a little miscommunication on that front line for the Bengals. Looked like it had an opportunity to put it away. And a little miscommunication between the couple of the players up front led to that point for Coon Rapids.
And the service ends with a shot into the net there to make it 11-17. Some player rotation.
And number 16, Lydia Erie.
Lydia Erie subbing in to take service here. 6-point lead, 17-11. Bengals up 2-1. This one's set up and blocked.
Beautiful front line play for Blaine.
Definitely been the aggressors at the net here in game 4.
Yes. Hence the 18-11 lead.
Anderson puts this one up. It's set across. Masteller tips it over. Bengals look to set up here. That one's fired to the side. This post gets a block.
Again, uses all of her frame to block that one. Lead is 6.
Bresnahan looking to go on a Cardinals run here. Her first serve. The Bengals play. Set across court, and that is going to be out of bounds. All right. Officials glancing at each other to make sure it did not go off Cardinals player. It did not, and the Cardinals scored the point. We're going to Blaine rotation of players. So we see Brown going to the bench there. Cardinal serve played by Tao. This one's back set. Post up there to block it, but unfortunately falls to the ground on the Cardinals side of the net. And that'll make it 19-13.
Coon Rapids couldn't keep the momentum going on that service. Now they're again trailing by 6.
Wilbur pops this one up. It's set back up. Post pokes it over. Bengals able to recover. Anderson looks to set up. Nice shot.
What a dig.
Even better dig by the Bengals. This one's hit over. Kept in play. Anderson sets it up toward the net. Quick set. Post bumps that one over. Kind of breaks the rhythm as this one's back set for the Bengals. Off a Coon Rapids player. This one needs to go over. And Wilbur does put it over and keep it in play. We've got another long, great volley going on here. Great play by Wilbur. And just misjudging that one as Bresnahan.
Yeah, she was frustrated. She knew that. Watch the dig in this situation. Just a great job by Lydia Erie.
Yep. So regardless, so backs to the wall here, down 2-1, 14-20. Masteller's serve is played by the Bengals. This one's set up, and with a lot of steam, Ewert puts that one to the ground to make it 21-14.
Yeah, she pounded that one to the floor. Good point for the Bengals here as gets it past the post in that front line for Coon Rapids.
Our camera op is at the perfect angle to catch those there. Bengals service. Anderson puts up. It's sent over for Wilbur, who gets a great jump on that one, but just misses the back line.
Yeah, not long by much. 22-14.
Poked over. Tao sets it up. It's put back for the Bengals. Anderson pops it up. This one just needs to go over, and does. Wilbur trying to make a play at the net there, but just had a weird bounce of the ball and a bad time on the jump and not able to get that one. 23-14, Howie.
Yeah, and the Bengals can taste it at this point. Just 2 points away from capturing this match.
Anderson puts it up to the middle, and it's set over. We're going to get a lift called on the Cardinals. I don't wear lifts anymore, Howie. Not worth it. So 24-14. set point. This one's put up to the net. Set back over. Tao hits it to her teammate. Quick set. And a nice shot down between two Cardinals players. Ends the match 25-14 in favor of the Bengals. So it is senior night tonight. We'll see a presentation, but we'll get one last look at the
That's the winning point.
Set ceiling point from Kappas, who gets up to put that one down as the Bengals win that one 25-14. So they won game 1 25-7, game 3 25-18, and game 4 25-14. Cardinals able to steal a win there in game 2 at 25-23. So that'll drop the Cardinals to 2-6 as Blaine moves up to 5-3 on the season. Just a few games left to go.
Yeah, and it was a tough loss for the Cardinals. I mean, they won that second set. They had that opportunity. They came back, did pretty well to get that second win, and Blaine did a really good job of controlling it from there on, and they get the win. And as you mentioned, they move to 5-3, and the Cardinals will regroup. And I believe their next contest would be, I think they're at Armstrong. Yeah, Thursday they're at Armstrong, and then next Tuesday home for Elk River, which we'll be at, by the way.
We will. We'll have coverage of that one for you for sure. As you see some of those players getting ready for the senior night festivities here. Another shot of Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse. Those banners hanging in the rafters. And the upcoming coverage for you there.
Football's back, by the way, so the Cardinals, after being off last week, are back on Friday night at Park Center to continue their season, by the way. That's our next gig.
We'll see how long that season continues with all the health concerns and safety measures being taken. We'd like to thank you for joining us here tonight for the broadcast of volleyball. On behalf of everyone in the truck, on the crew, and the always wonderful Howie Shapiro, I'm Jeremy Smith. Have a great day.